These aloes are cutting and I have them sitting in water for a week now. And I got this tip from Lynn of Desert Plants of Avalon, and let's see how they did. Good day everyone, my name is Anna. Welcome to Cactus Caffeine. In this channel, I share with you my passion for growing cactus and other desert plants over a cup of coffee. For today, I am excited to share with you a successful experiment that I did with one of my aloes. I do not have an ID for this aloe. This was gifted to me by a subscriber friend who used to live here in Vegas. June, if you're watching, this is that aloe that you gifted to me. So when I got this, it had a lot of dried leaves at the bottom. So I decided to remove the dried leaves. And I ended up with a very tall and lanky aloe. So what I did is I cut the aloe and I would want to restart it. And it sat in my backyard for about 3 weeks. I got busy and did not have time to pot it up, so it sat outside for 3 weeks. And then it was very timely that Lynn of Desert Plants of Avalon made a video showing how she was able to root her aloes in water, and so I decided to try it out myself since I had aloe cuttings just sitting in my backyard. So that's what I did. I placed this aloes in water, and lo and behold, in just 2 days, it started developing roots. And now it has been a week that it is in water, and I'm going to show you guys the roots that it has developed in just 1 week. I was surprised. I was surprised at how fast these roots developed. So it's proven, guys. It works. It really works. And I have to thank Lynn of Desert Plants of Avalon for sharing that tip. And now I know how I can root my aloes faster now, and that is in water. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pot this up. So I have a terracotta pot in here. Let's put this on a tray. Move my coffee. This soil that I use for aloes, this is 50% organic and 50% inorganic. You can also use any cactus soil mix straight out from a bag. Okay, some people don't like rooting their plants in water because they argue that the roots that are developed in water are different from the roots that develop in soil. And they say that when you plant them in soil, they actually shed those water roots. Well, I don't really know what happens underneath the soil. So, but for me, I like to root plants in water because it gives them a head start. So, whether or not they later on shed those water roots, I don't know. But at least if I do it this way, I find that it gives my plant a good head start in terms of growing when I pot them up with roots. But of course, you can also easily plant aloe cuttings directly in soil. Depending on your climate, they will easily root. So whether you root them in water or in soil, they will both work. But I'm just surprised at how fast these aloes rooted in water. When I took the cuttings, I actually planted 2 of them in soil and rooted 2 of them in water. And after about 10 days, I took the ones that I planted out in soil and I found out that they did not root. Instead, they actually rotted. So I ended up cutting the bottom further cutting off all the rotten portion, and I was ready to really toss them and discard them because what I have left are very small cuttings, but I figured I'd give them one last fighting chance, so I placed them in water. And look, again, this time after I would say 4 days, I have two in here, and I will show you guys. This one actually made root. See, so this bottom part was the rotten part, and I cut them off and I placed this one in water. Look how tiny this one is, and yet it produced roots. This other one though, this is the tiniest one. This hasn't made any root yet. I don't know. See, the bottom leaf has dried up or rotted, so this one hasn't made any root yet. But look, I only have one leaf there left. But this other one, yes, again, another success. So I will place them back in the water, and this one too, I will try to leave it in the water as long as it can and see if it will develop some roots, and then hopefully it does. If not, at least, you know, I give it one last chance to live. But this other one, I could actually plant this already. Maybe I'll let the roots grow longer a little bit more. I'm going to add some top dressing. This is lava rocks that I am using. Recently I have been doing away with adding top dressing in my aloes since the rosettes tend to cover the soil anyway. But for this one, since it's showing a lot of dirt, the rosettes are not big yet, I think I will cover the soil with the lava rocks top dressing. Okay. So I will also be watering this now. Normally, when I repot aloes, I don't water it right away. But for this, I will, because this has been rooting in water. So I don't want the roots to go into shock from being in water to being completely dry. So I'm going to water this now and introduce some moisture to the soil. Here are the aloes now that I rooted in water, all potted up. So if you guys have an aloe that is tall and lanky and you want to make a restart and you want them to root faster, try this method of rooting it in water. It worked for me, so maybe it will work for you as well. And just make sure before you place the aloes in water, let the ends callus off first. So leave them out for about a week for the ends to dry before you place them in water. Then hopefully in about a week's time, for me it just took 2 days, but give it a week before the roots will develop. If you want to see my complete aloe collection, I will link a video up on the screen and also below this video. Alright, so if you like this video guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, follow me on Facebook and in Instagram, and I will talk to you again next time. Bye everyone, and cheers!